Hi there, welcome to the Beaten Trail. In this episode, we take a ride on 7 Mile Rim Trail in Moab, Utah. This trail, along with Hell's Revenge and Poison Spider, just to name a few, is a great centrally located area to jump off whether you have a Jeep or a UTV. We rented a UTV and had a guide when we took a ride out here. Now, Moab is well known for being an off-road mecca, but you can also do other activities based on the Colorado River, rafting, and other fun activities. Once again, we used Moab Cowboy for rentals, and Beverly was our tour guide in a vehicle ahead, and my friend Rich drove down from Denver to do some video and help out and enjoy the ride. As always, we left from the center of town, and we had our Kawasaki four-seaters and got out up onto the highway and made our way up to 7 Mile Rim Trail. And we utilized our blinkers because we really weren't going any faster than 40 or 50 on the highway and didn't want to cause any problems with the traffic. Be sure to click the like and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime there's a new episode out so you do not miss any content. We were packed for a full day with snacks and drinks, and you should be as well, 20 miles or more, and we expected normal warm temperatures with overcast skies, but there's a bunch of different locations to see and some sightseeing, so it could take you all day depending on your pace, and we were just taking our time. We just wanted to see more of what Moab had to offer, and this is supposed to be one of the most scenic trails. We had both our GoPro and our Action 4 camera, front and rear, and we do have a dedicated video just for Insta360 if you're interested in seeing that. It is a longer video with the majority of it non-narrated, and just so you can see a little bit of the 360 view as we are going up rocks and around trails and seeing the sights. Most of these trails are not overly technical. There are some rock climbs and drop-offs, and just so you don't bang your skid plate, there's some care that is required just not to beat your machine up. We feel that pretty much any machine that has at least 12 or 13 inches clearance should be okay. Obviously, something larger. We had four-seaters, so a little bit more of an easy ride when it came to hitting the bumps. The trails are bordered by some wood and branches to ensure that you stay on the trail. They want to enforce the fact that they don't want you going off and destroying the wildlife in the form of running over shrubs or bushes or any of the low-lying grass which may not be directly on the trail. You will, however, see some signs occasionally giving you an indication of where to go. And in this case, we were headed over to Uranium Mine. That was our first stop.
Lapsed, and it created this, and then because of that, then of course the wind continued to form it, but that's how it initially formed. This part I think is awesome. Look how cool that looks.
Wow. Very cool.
Isn't that awesome? That nest, they build it out to where it is massive.
Some kind of raven or eagle? Or...
Pterodactyl?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Wow.
Very cool. What's even cooler is like we're the only ones here and there's no noise.
Exactly.
That is just too... We did have seasonably warm days, maybe about 80 degrees or so, but when you're moving along, it was not like the summer burning heat that you may experience in some of these desert areas. And we hit some of the sand trails on our way over to the Monitor and the Merrimac, some of the rock structures in the distance. I had seen these on our way to Dead Horse State Park, and that was interesting to see from a different angle. They look like two ships. And it was time to take a break. Looked like it was a good time to put the drone up to get some shots from the air. As we headed out to our next destination, you could see that some of these trails were a little off-camber, and there was a little bit of tight access to get down the trail. Now, not a problem with a 68-inch Kawasaki, but if you did have a 50-inch trail, maybe you'd feel differently. As you can see, we do have some Insta360 telemetry for a video, and we have another video out there which is 100% Insta360. If you want to watch it, we'll put a link up here for you to check that out. Rich did a great job, and he was holding the Insta360 camera out on a pole. Just certain areas we had to make sure that we didn't get clobbered by a rock. But as you can see, you can tell the general area of where you have to go, and just seeing the hill in the distance go sloping off to the left was pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure this has a name for it, but it was a way to learn how to trust in your tires and your vehicle, much like we did on Hell's Revenge and on Poison Spider. You can check out those videos as well. We have those on the channel, and there are links for them. We'll put them up as well.
You can do some low over here.
It was good to have a camera on the back of Beverly's ride so you could see exactly the angle that we were at in our chase vehicle behind her, and it was, I don't know, 30-40 degrees. Someone in the comments can correct me, but it sure felt a lot steeper than it was. Everywhere you look, a beautiful landscape and a beautiful scenery. We did notice a large group of individuals parked in this area, and we knew it was a major stop. We were informed later that this was known as Wipeout Hill. So we pulled up in front and wanted to get a closer look and make sure that we had our cameras out. Beverly led us over, took a look at who was going to be going up and down these hills, and a few did go down. We stopped for a while and caught up with some people who were hanging out there and handed out some stickers, of course. It was interesting to see how everybody approached the hill, some in different lines in different ways, but regardless, it was entertaining. We really wanted to try it ourselves. And of course, Beverly had to show us how it's done, being an expert in riding and a lot of these trails, and she's ridden them many, many times. So no one else had attempted to come back up after they made it to the bottom, so we wanted to see it firsthand. Everybody at the bottom was just watching and keeping an eye on things, seeing how Beverly did it. Nobody else wanted to do it in a Pro R. A bit intimidating as it comes up, but as long as you take the right line and take your time and don't over throttle. It seemed that is the law when it comes to climbing out here on this slick rock. Now, I can't speak if it was rainy or if it was wet, how much different it would be. She made it look very easy, and everybody was very impressed, me included.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
We made our way back out on the trail to continue our day journey, and since we stopped for several of these sites and rock formations, obviously the trail would take us all day. If you are to go out here, you could take a quicker route and maybe not stop as much and do it in a few hours.
Far from my house, and the most delicious margarita pizza, like, you know, maybe
I was constantly being distracted by sights in the distance, and when you're driving, that's not always the wisest thing to do. Obviously, if you can switch out with somebody, please do so you can take some video or pictures and just be amazed by the beauty that Moab offers. I know the whole state, as well as some of the surrounding states, provide the greatest views and the most amazing structures. And you owe it to yourself to get out there and see this, and as a drone pilot, I couldn't wait to get the drone up to film just how epic these structures were. And our adventure continues, and we hope that you stay tuned for our next episode for the continuation of the 7-mile rim trail here in Moab. Just amazing sights and riding, and we hope that you get a chance to get out here. But stay tuned, we'll have more episodes coming soon. Thanks for watching.
To be continued.
Visit our stores for hats and shirts and so much more. We appreciate you watching, and we hope to see you out there on the trail. Thanks. I'll give you this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on the other side.
You said that and I reached down. I thought you were talking to me.
Next time on The Beaten Trail.
Well, I'm not going to be... Hey, nobody's tongue's been on that part.
Most people don't know that's what it's called.
Wash out of the riverbed. See a couple plaques in the distance, and looks like you're going to see some marks where the dinosaurs were.
All right, yeehaw.
Yeah.